This is Adeline Siew, editor of Pharmaceutical Technology Europe. Joining me today is Dinyer, Director of Environmental Health and Safety North America and Global Potent Compound Expert from Patheon. Jeff, thank you for being here to talk with us about the manufacture of highly potent APIs. What are some recent technology improvements or directions for advancing the manufacture of highly potent drugs?
In my mind, it's an exciting time related to manufacturing high-potency compounds. I find the industry and the equipment vendors are really embracing the need to contain materials at the source. Vendors are coming up with new and innovative ways to improve containment of highly potent products and drugs. Isolator technologies, there's existing isolator technologies, but manufacturers and vendors of this equipment are also looking at retrofitting existing equipment and facilities. Flexible isolator / glove bag technologies, have made it really simple and easy to gain containment, and it's disposable, which eliminates the difficulty with cleaning some of these high potent compounds. This flexible isolator and glove bag technology has come a long ways in the last few years and is an easy solution to create and to implement. Containment of high potent compounds is continuing to evolve. It's not one-stop shop. It's not a one-set solution, really. It's a matter of going through and systematically looking at each task and how we can go back and look at how we can improve containment at the source for each step in the process. Having said that, it is exciting, and part of the excitement comes in the fact that there are still some challenges. We don't have solutions for all the steps. And really, when I look at it, there needs to be a mindset change, and I see that mindset changing as we progress and as we evolve. And it needs to change from how we typically have handled pharmaceuticals, especially oral solid dose in the past. We need to look at how we can minimize the handling of the active ingredient. We need to look at bringing in active ingredients pre-weighed potentially, ways that we can reduce the amount of sample. We need to look at how we interact with equipment. In the past, there would be scraping of equipment to improve yields. But with high-potent compounds, that really needs to be reevaluated to see if that is the right solution or not. And then equipment vendors, they've come a long ways in improving the design of equipment to allow for containment at source, but it needs to continue. There are some vendors that will say that they can contain to 1 microgram per meter cubed, but we know that that really only hits a certain level of potent compounds. There are compounds that are more potent than 1 microgram per meter cubed, and there aren't great solutions to get us down to 5 nanograms per meter cubed, which is potentially is where we need to be to remove respiratory equipment. We don't have a single solution yet. Isolators, on paper, sound great, but there are challenges with those. From an ergonomic perspective, from a reach perspective, can the operators do what they need to do in an isolator? It's easy to do with benchtop equipment, but when you get to large-scale equipment, an isolator is not always the most effective, depending on the situation. And the other challenge, I think, is the sensitivity of air sampling. Technology has come a long ways to allow us to detect to a more sensitive level, but there are some active ingredients that are difficult to detect in the air. And if we can't show that we're able to achieve the exposure limits, that makes it difficult to prove that we're containing at the source and protecting employees. So those are some of the challenges, but also some of the directions that the high-potent manufacturing is taking. And it is an exciting time. And I see the manufacturing of high-potent compounds continuing to evolve.
Thank you for your insights. This is Adeline Siew, editor of Pharmaceutical Technology Europe.